Hi, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and today I'm going to make this really fun fold. Isn't that cool? I love it. And I created the pineapple by using these dies. So, without further ado, let's get started playing. For my project today, I'm using Timeless Tropical, and the dies are just so fun. They have really pretty stamps with palm trees, hibiscus, plumeria, leaves, just fun. But this pineapple die, I couldn't resist. So what I'm going to use is Pear Pizzazz as the base of my card. And I'm going to be honest with you, I do not remember the sizes and dimensions. But don't worry, if you check on my blog, which will be listed at the top of the screen, all of the supplies, the dimensions, everything that I used to create this card will be listed. But this is Pear Pizzazz, and I'll be using Pineapple Twist, Daffodil Delight for my pineapple. And I'm using the paper that is from the Timeless Tropical Suite. See the pineapples on it? How cute is that? And I'm going to cut out two of the leaves from Pear Pizzazz, and I'll cut out two of the pineapples. So I'm going to get that done. Okay, so I'm bringing in my little mat and my brush, and I'm just going to brush those little pieces right out of there. So let's start putting our card together. I'll show you how you connect it together. So I'm going to take a panel of Daffodil Delight. I think it might be 1 3/8 by 5 3/8, but I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to place this on the top right here. Just make sure your margins are pretty close to being even if all possible. Then you're going to take your designer series paper, which I made it, I think it is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4, but I'm not sure. Again, it'll all be in my blog. So rather than writing everything down, just go to the blog and you'll be able to see where it is. Okay, so I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I cut my pineapple, one of my pineapple bases, out of one of the bases that's supposed to go right here. But it's no worries because I can cover it up and nobody will ever know the difference. I almost cut a new piece because I'm just funny like that. But I thought, no, I'm going to show you how you can go about rectifying a mistake. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my DSP over the top of it, like this. Again, trying to make sure that my margins are even. And then I'm going to line this up here at the bottom because you want the front of it to line up. And then I'm just going to put right across in here like this, holding this in place. I'm just going to put it on just like that into place. Then I'm going to take the piece that is the same size, and you'll see how I'm just going to cover that up and nobody will ever know the difference except you, right? Okay, not only I'm one that I like seams, and like when I'm sewing I like my seams to be finished and that sort of thing. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist about things, but it doesn't look, you don't see the raw edges this way. But not only that, but when you put this in place and you cover that up like that, you're also adding some stability to it. So the next thing we're going to do is to place our piece of paper right in here. And I'm going to use my pencil and just kind of do a light line, and I'll erase those. But I kind of want to know where I'm supposed to be stamping. And then I'm using Real Red. And I'll just go right inside those lines there. For some reason, I feel like this is crooked. Okay. Do you ever get that feeling? And if I'm being honest with you, I love the cling stamps, but I don't always put them on straight. And so then I have to position them on my block, and then I have to do my block. Even though the stamp looks crooked, I have to do my block where it's straight. That may not be straight. Let's see. Oh, it's great. Okay, let me get my eraser and erase that. There we go. I would have used my pencil eraser, but you ever get one of those pencil erasers that ends up being gummy, and whenever you use it, then it leaves marks on it? That's the way that eraser is. Don't like it at all. All right, so now you can see how your sentiment is over here, but it's like a little peekaboo. Okay, now let's put our pineapple together. What I've done, because I wanted my pineapple to have a dark background, I cut a piece of soft suede that is pretty close to the size of the pineapple. And so then I'm just going to take my pineapple and go along where these thick areas are and just dot it with my glue. Now you could take your silicone mat and use a sponge, but I'm able to do this just about as quickly as it would take me to clean all that up. So, okay, now I'm just going to place it down on top of my little soft suede piece. I'm going to go ahead and I'm using 2 of them because I want it to have a little bit of volume to it, and it looked thick, like a nice thick pineapple. And that would be your preference. You could do the 1 if you wanted, and it would be fine. I did realize though that these little points actually do go in a particular direction, and they should be down, I think, and I did this pineapple upside down. It's okay though. All right, I'm going to use 2 of these leaves as well, and in these leaves, in the cutouts, there's these little pieces that are cut out, but they're not cut out all the way. And you just take those and just kind of fold those up a little bit. And that way you'll get some dimension to it, some depth and dimension to it. I think I have some glue on my finger. My hands really aren't that dirty. I think it's just glue. Okay, and then I staggered these a little bit because I wanted it to look pretty bushy. So I'll just put some glue on the back of it. Just about like that. All right, then I'm going to take my scissors, and this is squared, so I'm just going to go around and just trim that off like that. It's the easiest way that I found to do it. Just go around the edges of it like that. And that gives you a brown background with it. Now I'm going to adhere it onto my card using dimensionals. When you get ready to place this on, be mindful that these are pretty tall. So kind of get a gauge on that first before you actually commit to it. And you're probably going to want your actual pineapple to be a little close to the bottom down there. It might even cover it up just a little bit. Now I'm not going to push that all the way down because I'm going to put dimensionals on this as well. Can you hear the rain? It's really raining like one of those spring days. Okay, so I lifted it up and I'm just going to place that under. And then I'll just take my Take Your Pick tool and just kind of perk those little things back up. Like that. It's such a, with the pineapple and the greenery together, it makes it pretty tall. And that wouldn't be a problem. And that wouldn't be a problem if I were doing my card portrait, but with it landscape, you just have to really work with it. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do is to take one of my leaves. I used a rhinestone there, but I really like this leaf and I want to use them as much as I can. I'm just going to place that leaf right over here, like that. And look at that. Aren't those fun folds? So it's actually pretty easy, other than cutting these out. It's actually a pretty easy card, and it's so pretty and colorful. And again, it just makes me want to go to the tropics somewhere. All right, so that's it. That's my project for today. I hope you liked it. If you did, please feel free to leave a comment, or if you have any questions, I respond to everyone. And if you are wondering about how to make this yourself with the sizes and all that, please check on my blog. And if you are not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like to purchase any of these supplies, if you'll click on the picture in my blog, it'll take you directly to my store. And I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And by the way, every person who ever buys anything from me receives a handmade card from me. So I might not send you this one because it's a birthday card, but you will get a beautiful card for, just to say thanks for shopping with me. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day.